Hey guys, this is Tashina from Logical Harmony, and today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me video showing you how to get this fall look. I wanted to keep it really simple on the eyes and do some dark vampy lips because everyone loves that in the fall, and it's a trend I am determined to actually do this fall because I never do. I really wanted to use the Eye of Horus Matte Dark Temptress palette. I posted photos of this on Instagram a while ago, and a bunch of people were really curious about this and the other eyeshadow trio from them that I have. So I thought this one went really well with this look. These two are matte shades. This one has a little bit of shimmer to it. And I just think this is a great palette. It's really versatile, and it's what I'm wearing right now. If you want to see how to get this look, just keep on watching. First, I'm going to prep my skin using the Cover FX Calming Primer. This primer is specifically formulated to help reduce redness and just give your skin an overall even and smooth appearance, as well as prime it for any other products you're using during the day. Now I'm using two different shades of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I just used two shades because I'm too lazy to buy another bottle that's the exact right color. So I mix half a pump of sand with 1 pump of natural beige just to match myself, and I'm blending that in with the Beauty Blender Pro. And if you guys are interested, I do have a review of this foundation on Logical Harmony, but I think you've seen me use it in tons of videos now. For concealer, I'm going to mix two different concealers from Pacifica. The first is the Transcendent Concealer in Light, which gives you a lot of coverage. And the second is their Dreamlit Under Eye Brightener in Bare, and that just, boosts the brightness of the area under your eyes, so it really counteracts any dark circles that you have. And I find that the combination of the two just works really, really well to cover the darkness and brighten the under eye area, so it looks like I got a little more sleep than I did. And again, blending that out with my damp Beauty Blender Pro. It works really, really great with these concealers. They don't crease, it just looks super smooth and flawless all day. Now I'm going in with the Cover FX Cream Contour Kit, and this is in light medium. And I'm gonna mix the two light shades together. One's matte and one has a little bit of shimmer. And put those on the high points of my face and blend that out again with my Beauty Blender Pro. I find the Beauty Blender just works so well for blending out this cream highlight shade. It just works better than any brush I've used. And now I'm going to use the darker shades to add some shadows back into my face. This just really helps, to accentuate your cheekbones and different parts of the face that you might want to slim down a little bit, stuff like that. But for me, it also brings some warmth back in because the shades in here do have a little bit of warmth in them. And again, just blend that out really, really well. You want to make sure all these lines, are a little bit visible, but are blended enough that it looks natural. That's the whole point with all of this, is you want a natural looking contour, so it just looks like that's how your face is, and you just have all that dimension on your own. And I'm going to set all of this using the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Loose Powder on a Pirouette Professionals P02 powder brush. This is probably my favorite setting powder just because it really sets things in place. A little bit of product goes a long way. And it doesn't crease or cake or get weird during the day on any dry spots my skin might have. It just really does make your skin look totally flawless. And now I'm going to prep my lips using the RL Linden La Bamba Lip Balm. For bronzer, I'm going in with ColourPop's Skinny Dip Bronzer on a Pirouette Professionals P03 brush. This is a flat top brush, so it's great for bronzer. I'm just going to apply that everywhere I applied my cream contour. Now I'm going in with Between the Sheets from ColourPop and using that as my blush. This is just a really great natural looking blush, and that's what I love about it. And their formula is unique. It's not quite a powder, not quite a cream, so sometimes if you're like me, you kind of over apply in certain places and just fix it and you're good to go. And now I'm going to apply the ColourPop Highlight in Lunch Money to my cheekbones and everywhere that I applied my cream highlight as well, just to add a little more brightness and make it stand out just a little bit more. For my brows, I'm going to be using the Eye of Horus Dynasty Brow Define, and this is in the shade Medium Brown. And this pencil is actually really similar to that of Anastasia Beverly Hills as far as it's a very narrow pencil. So it does a really great job of giving you the look of natural brow hairs. But the formula is different. I find it's not quite as creamy, which I actually prefer. I think it tends to look a little more natural and you don't need to use quite as much product to really fill in your brows. And it has the pencil on one end and a spoolie on the other, which is perfect for blending them out and making them look even more natural. And we're going to set my brows in place using the clear brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now I'm going to prep my lids, and for that I'm using 2 different shadow primers from e.l.f. I use their Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer and their Mineral Eyeshadow Primer. And the reason I use 2 is for whatever reason, one never works right on me, but the combination of the 2 works really well. It doesn't matter what order I apply them in, there's just something about having that combination of 2 different primers. I think maybe just because they're not that great on their own, but you can combine them together, it's like 2 + 2 = 4. It just works. And now the star of today's look is the Eye of Horus Matte Dark Temptress Powder. I'm going to go in with Ankh Dynasty, which is a medium brown on the crease. And I'm also going to add that a little bit to the outer corner and onto my lid. I'm not going to go full on over my lid, but focusing mostly on that outer corner and the crease. And this is a palette with 3 different shades, 2 that are matte and 1 that's a little bit shimmery. Next, I'm going to apply Amarna Light, which is the highlight shade in here. It has a little bit of shimmer, and I'll apply that to my brow bone and the inner corners of my eyes and just blend that in with the medium brown. And now I'm going to go in with Dark Dynasty, which is the darkest matte shade in the palette, and just apply that on the outer corner of my eyes and use it to deepen up that crease just a little bit. So what's really cool about this palette was it was specifically created for the use of smoky eyes. And what you're seeing here is just a very natural look. So since I'm using them dry and I'm not applying a ton of product at a time, it's just a more everyday smoky eye. But if you wanted something more dramatic, you could apply them wet. You could just use a little more product. There's so much you can do with this palette. And I love that it's really versatile. I think the shades in here are gonna go well with basically any eyeshadows that you already own. It's just such a great trio. So you're gonna get so many looks out of this trio alone, but mixing it with so many things will make a difference. Now I'm going in with the Milani Eye Tech pen and just lining my eyes. This pen is okay, it's not my favorite, but it gets the job done. And it's a felt tip, and what I do like about it is that it's so compact and small, so it makes it really easy to carry with you for liner touch-ups on the go, and it's a great liner for traveling for that reason as well. And if you're like me, you can never get the line right the first try, so you always have to touch up. Now I'm going in with Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is probably my holy grail mascara, and applying a couple coats of that. And I'm just going to go back in with some of the shadows and deepen up the corners and my crease just a little bit more. Now I'm going to use ColourPop's Ellery Liner, which is a really dark red. And I'm just going to use that to line my lips and a little bit on the inside. I'm going to kind of smudge it around in my lips too as well. I didn't want to line like all inside of my lip, just because sometimes with the dark colors that tends to look very flat. And I feel like when I'm using a dark lipstick, I always kind of have that issue anyway. So I wanted to avoid that, which is why I didn't put as much product on the inner corner of my lip. And I'm going back in with a concealer brush dipped in Pacifica's concealer to touch up. Now I'm going to apply the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in LAX. And this is one of their newer matte lipsticks. I've done a whole video showing a bunch of different shades, so I'll link to that down below. But I love this one for fall. It's very dark, very vampy. It's a, gorgeous dark red. And the liner Ellery matches it pretty dang well too. So I just think this is a good combination. Now I'm going to go back in with Pacifica's Transcendent Concealer on a concealer brush and just touch up around the edges and make sure everything looks smooth, and add a little more lightness to my Cupid's bow, really bring that area forward. And I'm going to add one last coat of the Ultra Matte Lip since the first one is dried, and it lets me see where I didn't apply it as evenly or as smoothly. Thanks for joining me today as I got ready. If you like this look, I'd love to hear your comments down below. And if you've used any of the products that I used in the video, let me know what you think of them and just leave a comment down below. Feel free to like the video, be sure to subscribe. And for more updates on cruelty-free vegan beauty and lifestyle, make sure you subscribe to logicalharmony.net. And you could also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Logical Harmony. Have a good day.